Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. I am your host, Jim Hacking. Hope you all are doing well. It's Friday. It's been a great week here at the Hacking Immigration Law Firm. I just had an awesome meeting with my marketing team. They are all together down in Argentina. They are working on a very special project. We're going to be blowing some stuff up, doing some new logos, some new media, some new websites. I think you're going to like it. Got a great team down there, and they all met today because they were doing pictures for the website. So I have posted the link for anybody who wants to get into the waiting room. Come on in. We'd be glad to help you. If you're just watching us for the first time, I am an immigration lawyer practicing law around the country. We have offices in Washington, D.C., St. Louis, Missouri, and San Diego, California. Our awesome San Diego attorney, Ms. Christina Sullivan, was at USCIS yesterday, had a good day, and I think she's going to come on the show next week. Andrew is also going to come on the show. For those of you who've been wanting to meet Andrew Bloomberg, I'm going to try to schedule a time where Andrew can join me here. Let me post the link again, and then we'll go right to it. My man Yasher's here, as always. Hi, Yasher. Good to see you. Yasher, I might have a project for you. So we're going to pick a few clients, and I thought you might want to be one of them to be a picture on our website. So that would be sort of cool. And we're always glad to see my old friend and former client, U.S. citizen Yasher. All right. Roy's watching in Guyana. Who else is watching around? We got New Haven, Elizabeth's in New Haven. Vadim's watching again. Hi, Vadim. Good to see you. Dobry Utro or Dobry Dien from Boston. Yasher's always watching. He's here in St. Louis with me. I know that. TJ's in South Dakota. Fun. Let's get right to it. Let's try to get as many people in as we can. People, try to be concise. Philly's here. Alex, good to see you. Let's try to be concise and quick with our question and not give big, long, rambling stories. I know you need to be able to explain your story, so no problem there, but let's try to keep it short and sweet. Vadim's asking the eternal question, whether I know any immigration lawyers. Yeah, I think I do know one. He's pretty good. And Daniel is off today. Daniel is on assignment. I always like saying that, but really he's just here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So here we go. Hi, Christian.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good. I'm glad to be here.
I'm
Yes,
glad you're here too. What can I get for you?
yeah. So I filed an I-130 October 2020. I've been waiting. It's the Potomac Center. I was assigned. It said 16 months. So today was the estimated day that it would be, the petition would be approved. So I checked today. I log in, and then apparently this past October 6th, they needed a request for evidence. They needed the certificate of marriage translated to English. I married my wife in Dominican Republic. The deadline was January 3rd of this last month, and I missed it. So my question is there a chance that I can? I already reached out to them. I'm waiting for a notarized. I already paid for to translate it. I'm just waiting for that to come in tomorrow, and I'm gonna just try to send it to them. But what are like the chances that they'll still accept it?
So have you actually seen a copy of the request for evidence?
Yeah, I downloaded the PDF, and it said they wanted it trans. It appear they said that appears you have sent a certificate of marriage, but it's not translated. We need it translated and another photocopy of the certificate of marriage. So
And the letter itself contained a deadline of January.
of January 3rd, yeah. And
So I've got good news for you, and our friend Alex knows the answer. You get 60 days extra because of COVID. So you're very, very lucky that you have until probably March 2nd, March 3rd to get that in. So you need to,
yeah,
yeah,
60 days after the deadline.
yeah, it's an automatic deadline because of COVID.
Oh wow, Jim, you are the man.
Well, I'm happy for
Thank
you.
you.
Just make sure now, make sure you get a copy of that request for evidence and that you download it. So the good news is you're not screwed. I'm really happy for you. So
Yeah,
that's a good lesson for everybody too. Number one, keep checking your online database, even if you think they're going slowly. You know, like I flew the other day. I was flying back to St. Louis from Hawaii, and they said our flight was delayed, and we thought, oh crap, our flight's delayed, but we still went to the airport at the regular time, and then they got the plane back on schedule. So you should assume that you should still maintain copies or maintain paying attention to your case. That's number one. Number two, you always have to send a translation. Any documents that you send in a foreign language, if you want the government to rely on it, you have to submit the translation. So Christian, I'm glad for you, buddy. I'm glad your case is still alive. Get that bad boy in and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, the reason I didn't check was because when I've messaged them, I would receive an email that they responded. So I thought that I would just check my email, but I didn't realize I had to log in. So another note for you guys, log in to check.
The other question is, why do you think you didn't get it? Did you move?
I did move. That's another thing too. And they told me I had to change. I can only change the address after the petition was approved. That's why I didn't make any changes, but I did all that today.
Okay, perfect. All right, Christian. Well, good luck, buddy.
Thank you, Jim.
See you, man. Well, that worked out. That was headed towards a sad situation, but Christian was saved by Alex and the COVID extension, the automatic 60-day COVID extension. Let's say hi to Chris. Hi, Chris. Oh, Chris is locked up. Let's say hi to Abby. Hi, Abby. You're on mute, my friend.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. What can I help you with?
Okay, I just have a question. Just to go straight forward into it, if our VAWA is still in process, is it possible for us to apply for any other documentation or authorizations for work, as an example?
You have to wait till you get that good faith letter. Have you got the bona fide letter from them yet?
No.
How long ago did you file?
It's almost 18 months now.
Yeah, so you still have a while to go. Once they issue that good faith letter, then you should be good to go as far as applying for work authorization.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, Abby. Good luck. All right, that was Abby. Our friend Anil's back. I'm sure Anil's calling to tell me he got his green card. Anil, did you get your green card?
No, Jim. I got mail today, stating that they're gonna make a decision. They're working on my case now. They're reviewing my case now, and they're gonna give the feedback within 45 days.
I don't believe them, but okay.
Yeah, but I applied for the renewal of my EAD, and I got the receipts for that yesterday. I sent them day before yesterday, and within one day I got the receipts for the. But the receipt was not starts with MSC. It started with IOE. Why?
Yeah, that's just a different place for processing. No big deal.
Okay, how long it gonna take, Jim, to get the advance pro?
Probably 5 or 6 months. Hopefully, you'll get your green card by then.
Yeah, I think so. Right? Yeah, Jim. Yeah, that's all. Maybe I think next time I'm gonna call you with my green card.
All right, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Bye, buddy. All right, that was Anil, our old friend Anil. Let's say hi to Zoran and Jessica. Zoran and Jessica, hello. They are off the camera. Let's go back to Claudia. Hi, Claudia.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing? Good to see you.
I'm doing great. Glad I'm able to come on, and you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to ask.
Where are you?
I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida.
Warm. Yeah, nice.
Yes, thank you. So my question is, I got married in August of last year. I'm a green card holder, and I filed for my husband in September. We got a receipt from the USCIS in October. Are you able to say how soon he will get a response from the USCIS?
So he's overseas.
He's in Jamaica.
You're a green card holder, and you filed an I-130 form. How did you get your green card?
My mom filed for me.
Okay. And what's your receipt date for the I-130?
I think is October 5th, I think.
Of 2021?
2021, yes.
Yeah, so you still have a while to go. You'll still be at USCIS probably until about September or October. And then after that, it's got to go through the National Visa Center. So you're still probably a year and a half before he comes.
Okay, so I won't get a response from them round about October of this year.
Keep track of it, just like our first caller. Make sure that you're logging in from time to time to check, but it's going to be a little while. Yeah.
Okay, and there's no other way he's able to come here sooner than that? Do you think there's no other way? Okay.
No, you've told him he wants to come as an immigrant, so they're not going to give him a non-immigrant visa once you've done that.
No, he already has a visa because he has been here. We got married here.
Oh, well, he could come then. I mean, they might give him a little trouble. Just make sure he tells them the truth. If they ask him, does your wife have an I-130 on file for you? Make sure he says yes, because if he lies, that's going to cause you trouble down the road. He might be able to come. Yeah, have him try.
And when you say come in terms of coming here, staying here until the filing comes through?
Well,
or just to visit?
Just to visit, yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Wouldn't we all like to be in Florida right now? I bet Chris has...
sorry for the noise. I'm kind of walking outside for my little
It's
walk.
all right. What do you got for me?
So I got two questions. The first one is we're gonna do the CR1 and we haven't did the I-130 yet. So the first question is it okay if we send proof that we've been sending money to each other to help us out? Because I've been hearing different stories about you don't want to do that because it just might seem like you guys are buying your relationships and all that stuff. And
we've done that many times and they've never said that to us.
Okay, so we could do that then. And the second question is, I know that the K1 has to do with you have to meet once in 2 years, but what's the difference between the I-130? Do they just want to see like the marriage certificate before they get you to the interview process?
Wait, what's the question?
Like I know with the K1, you have to prove that you met once in 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what's the difference between that one and then the I-130? I mean, what do they look at for that to approve that portion?
That you're married.
Okay, so they just look at the marriage certificate.
I mean, you still have to prove the relationship either way. And isn't the foreign national in your case in the United States?
Well, I'm here in Florida.
And you're the foreign national?
I'm here in Florida, and my husband is in Africa.
Oh, so you're applying for him? Yeah. So you either have to show them that you're married and do an I-130, or show them that you're engaged and that you've been in each other's physical presence in the last 2 years.
Gotcha. Okay, well that makes sense. Thanks, Jim. Again, awesome.
Hi, Chris. See you, buddy.
Bye.
Chris always has good questions. Looks like Christian's still in the waiting room. Christian, did you have more questions for me? Or are you good to go?
Yeah, I had so I was unemployed for most of the pandemic. Can I count that as income to sponsor my wife?
No, you're going to need a co-sponsor.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I mean, you still have to be the main sponsor, but when you get to that stage, you're going to need a co-sponsor.
Oh, wow. How unfortunate. Damn, I think I had another one, but damn. I don't want
well, hang out down there. I'll come back and get you later.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk to Maggie. Maggie's in her scrubs. She's going to get right to her. Thank you for taking care of sick people, Maggie.
Thank you so much, Jim. I'm so happy that you took my call today. I've been watching for a very long time. I'm a fan of yours.
Thank you.
So yesterday, I encouraged my daughter Baba to enter into the program to ask a question from Ghana. So the question was, I was married to a U.S. citizen, but now we no more together. At that time, as Baba said, he filed for 2 of my children. And then we were all doing fine. They went for the first interview, the second interview. They asked for affidavit of support and his tax return for that year. So they sent everything. He gave it to us. But we know he gave us the tax return for that year, but we used the same affidavit of support which he used to file initially. So we thought everything was going to be fine. They went for the interview, they took their passport, everything, just to find out that later they called them back for their passport. So we were waiting to see what would happen, and the pandemic happened, after 2 years, I have been following the case. They say we send email, they reply us everything. But now I asked Baba to take it over. When Baba emailed them, they said that we should produce all the things that they asked before, including affidavit of support and the current tax return. When I got to my former spouse to help me do that, he said he's not doing it. So I wanted to know if I could substitute mine for them. And I reached out to the office. Abigail knows me. And she said that when she asked the lawyer, they said that it can be done. But yesterday I heard that he said in theory it can be done. So I want to know if you can pick up the case and help me. I'm willing.
How old are the kids?
Now Baba is I think 24, and her little sister is 21. At that time they were below 18 years.
You have your green card, right?
I'm a citizen right now.
Oh, you're a citizen.
Yeah, that's what Baba didn't say yesterday.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm working so I got back from Hawaii last Monday, Monday at 1 a.m, and I've been in meetings nonstop, except for when I'm on this show, right? So I've had like zero time. But tomorrow I'm going to be here at the office all by myself. I'm not doing a show. I'm not doing anything. Well, I am doing some stuff, but I will look up your file. Maggie, what's the first letter of your last name? Oh, she's locked. All right, Maggie, I'll find you tomorrow. I can check with Abby and have her send me the deal, and I will look it over and I will get back to you. Okay. All right. Let's see if Christian remembered his question. He's on the third time.
I started working in October.
Yeah, you need 3 years, bro. 3 years. 3 years.
Okay.
Go find a co-sponsor.
Yeah. And can I do the I-29 so that she could get here? She could wait here.
Waste of time. Go ahead and look on my channel. K3 is a waste of time. K3, waste of time.
Okay.
So don't do it.
Thank you, Jim.
Bye, Christian. See you, buddy. I think Christian should hire us to help him with his case. That's what I think. I think we could help speed things along, but that's between Christian and his wife. So, all right. There's lots of room in the waiting room. Remember, if you're in the waiting room and you want to come on the show, you got to be on camera and not driving a car. Mufasa's here. Hi, Mufasa. How you been, bud? It's time for Mufasa's Friday afternoon call. Mufasa calls every Friday, I think. You're on mute, my friend.
Yep. Sorry.
That's okay. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So I have question and I have partially good news. So
okay. I know like partial good news.
Sometime last year, I told you that I wanted to fight for my parents because from Nigeria, and my mom has always been coming here, but she's not retired yet. So I wanted to renew visiting visa, but you told me to first do that before I filed for them. Unfortunately, there wasn't interview date last year, January.
Yeah.
So I just go ahead. I already made the payment, so I went ahead and filed for her. Unfortunately, she was able to say I still booked the appointment, which is like last week, February. So it's like take a whole year for visiting visa. Bottom line, she got an approval, thank God, last week. So now she can still come in and go out. Why the green card process is still ongoing. So yesterday I got an alert, and I checked. I've been checking. Then I got an alert saying they approved the 130 for my dad, the key. So and the day I submit, I did everything online. But the day I submitted my dad on, I submitted my mom on the 15th of May last year.
Okay.
March last year, 15, and I submitted my dad on the 16th. But my dad got an approval yesterday. My mom hasn't gotten anything. Now the question is that, do you think it has anything to do with she getting approval for a visit?
Probably.
Okay. And secondly,
which is why I probably told you not to mess with it. But yeah, it's one of the reasons I told you not to mess with it. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So secondly, Do you think it's wise for me to first hold on to wait before I continue the process of my dad, or what's the next step for me to do?
Yeah, I would slow. I mean, if you want them to come together, I'd slow down dad and try to speed up mom.
Okay.
I might even reach out to him and say, hey, look, I don't really need this visit visa if you're going to give me an immigrant visa like you scheduled my husband for.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've never done that, but it's worth a shot.
So you mean my mom should call the embassy?
Yeah, or email, I would say.
Okay. But they gave her the visiting. The visiting.
But that's not the game. The game is the green card.
The green card, yes. Okay.
All right, buddy. Good luck. Yep.
So after that, what is the next process? Because they told me that it takes 45 days to go to MV something. So what does that mean?
For what?
So my dad, when they approved the 130, they told me that I should wait. It could take up to 45 days for U.S. Department of the State before he contact the MVC.
They're still at the USCIS stage. Dad got approved. Oh, I thought you meant at the embassy. Sorry. Oh, yeah, then I don't think the visit visa had anything to do with his going forward and hers not. I don't think that's true.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I misunderstood. But yeah, so you want to reach out to USCIS and just ask them to hurry up on your mom's case, and then don't do anything on your dad's case till mom's case catches up, but don't let a year go by, because then they'll close down dad's case.
Oh, okay. So what's the next process in this instant?
So you go to the National Visa Center, then you pay the fees, you fill out the DS-260, you submit the checklist, and then you go.
Okay. Are they would be the one to contact me before I do that, or I will go ahead and just do it?
You just have to wait. They'll tell you when.
Okay. By email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you so much, James.
You're welcome, buddy. See you soon. All right, I'm gonna go back to Maggie real quick. Maggie, I'm gonna look up I'm gonna email Abby before she leaves today. Ask her about your file, and I'll email you over the weekend.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye. All right, looks like Veronica's back. She probably got some more questions about suing, I bet.
Yes. How are you? Thank you for taking my call.
Yep.
It happens that I had been calling them USCIS, and finally I received a phone call when they told me that they were gonna request a revision of my case, especially like on detail. So yesterday I received an email from USCIS, and they said that the service request, it was admin error, and that the case was under review right now, and I should get a response back in a few days. And then I had my lawyer telling me that I should contact them so I can ask for a in-person appointment, which I already tried, but they are not doing it, it seems. Do you think that I should stop right now and wait for the result of right now? If they email me that the case is under review right now, I guess that they are checking it specifically and checking everything if there's an error or something like that. So should I wait, or should I start going a little bit further with the sue thing?
Just wait. Yeah, whatever there's no rush. Whenever you're ready, if you can save yourself the $4,000, that's a good thing. But remind me again what your case is about. Is it a green card case?
Yes, I did go to the immigration at Dallas field office. They approved my case, and 2 days after they reopened it without any reason why.
Yeah.
So and then my lawyer had to go again to the Dallas field office for my sister's interview, and he tried to speak with the office manager, and she told him that the reason was that when they pressed OK to approved, the system gave them an error on my filing date. So that means that I do not have a visa. That's what they told me.
I gotcha.
But everything is okay according to the bulletin.
So this is the same kind of runaround they gave my clients in the Baltimore field office. So I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I am your humble servant. Whenever you're tired of waiting.
I am tired of waiting. But yesterday I heard that you were talking with someone and you told her that she will have to make her case look better and fix the case and all that and then sue them. But I was wondering, in my case, if I do it with you, I would have to go right away to sue them, or how?
That was an asylum case, and that was because her case was 5 years old. Her case is outdated and needs to be updated. Your case is very different. You're in this window that my client was in Baltimore, and that is that you are applying for the green card as the adult daughter of a green card holder.
Correct.
So therefore, what I understand is supposed to happen is they're supposed to check on the morning of your interview whether a visa is available, because there's not an unlimited number of visas. There's a cap on the number of visas. So some days the visa is available, some days it's not. So if they in theory, if I walk through what I think is happening, they check to see, hey, is there a visa available for Veronica? Yeah, there is. And they go click, click, clickety click, but they click the wrong click. Then when they realize that they've not clicked the right thing, and they go back and they're this dumb, they don't know how to fix that problem. They don't know how to fix.
Unbelievable. I mean, it takes years, and sometimes I feel that they don't even.
It's exactly what it is.
It's just like I've called them, and every time that I call them, I tell them like, look, this is a process that takes years. It is mentally and emotionally draining. If you could please, there was an official that he was so like kind of rude and sharp, and I was like, look, I need you to be patient with me first, because I need you to understand the case so you can help me. But I just know that they send it to the NBC, National Benefits Visa Center, I think, center.
Yeah.
Which they shouldn't have done that. So I was like, what should I do next? So I've been calling till I finally found someone who requested a administrative error checking. So should I wait a little bit for that, or?
It's up to you.
Because if not, the time is passing, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't like to be on hold.
Sue them.
Like, how much is that for you? With you?
It's $402 for court, and it's $4,100 for me. So it's $4,502. So it's $3,002 to get started, and then $500 a month for 3 months. Now, if you want to, you have to weigh that.
You said it too fast. Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah. So the filing fee is $402, and then my legal fee is $4,100. It's a flat fee, and I let people make a little bit of some small payments. So I get $3,002 up front, and then $500 a month for 3 months.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think I'm going to wait maybe maximum, maybe 1 month. Sure. And if I do not see the answer, because yesterday they said I will receive a notice or a official paper, I think, or an email with the results. So I guess that they are checking it. I should trust a little bit in that email, I think.
Yeah. And so here's the thing. Please, if you hear back from them and you get your green card, let us know, because everyone's going to want to know about old Veronica, because it's an interesting case, and it'll help me with other people, because then I'll know if it's worth waiting or not. I don't think that it is, but I'm certainly happy for you to try.
And it's really weird, because when I went to the interview, my lawyer told us, I had to go with my mother too. It seems that she was a really experienced officer, because she didn't ask so many questions and all that. She was in a different area of where all the rest were. And then my sister had to go back in like 1 month after me. She already got her residency like maybe 2 weeks after. And is this exactly the same process? And I'm like, wow, what happened with mine? I mean, I do not know what happened with mine.
Good luck, Veronica. Hopefully you don't need us.
I hope, but if I do, I will contact you. I think that I will do it through you, not with my lawyer, because I feel that really, really, it's just like, it's been so frustrating to feel that I'm the one who's doing the 90% of the job right now, when I think that he has way more options than me to get to them.
Most lawyers don't know how to sue them, and suing is the only thing that works. Everything else is just window dressing.
Okay. Well, I'll wait a little bit to see if they contact me again, and if not, I think that you will hear back from me. Thank you so much, Jim.
Have a great weekend.
A good day. Thank you, too.
Bye. All right. Corner Restaurant's driving everybody crazy. I'm going to find Corner Restaurant's question so that Corner Restaurant can stop burning up the chat. Let me see if I can find it. Corner Restaurant, where are you? He spent more time asking about the question than actually asking the question. Let me see. All right, here we go. Corner Restaurant wants to know, sir, my form is I-130 petition. I'm an American citizen. I applied for my husband on June 16th, 2021. My service center is Nebraska. My case was actively reviewed since October 18th, 2021. Is this normal? Yes, Habibi, Corner Restaurant. Nothing to worry about, Habibi. You're not even at a year wait. So an I-130 for a U.S. citizen is not unusual. If you are overseas and with your spouse, you need to start thinking about establishing your domicile and your residence in the United States for when you do the immigrant petition part at the National Visa Center. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think you're doing fine. And I think that you should just chill. You're just waiting. Everything's good. Don't worry. Everything's good, Corner Restaurant. All right. Let's see. All right. Corner Restaurant's happy that we answered the question. We're happy too. We're happy too. We're glad to get the love. Always glad to get the love. I'm going to take some other text questions real quick while the waiting room just sits tight for a second. Are you suing for DS5535 K1 processing delay post-interview or not? We are not, Hussein. We are not filing fiancé delay cases. We've had too many motions to dismiss, too many headaches with those, so we are not suing on K1 delays. There's too much mischief. I don't know why the Biden administration has decided to fight those, but they are, so we are not filing lawsuits on overseas I-129Fs. We'll file them when they're stuck at USCIS because the lawsuit will get it moving, but on the motions to dismiss, it's just not working. Let's see what Andy has to say. Andy, how are you? You're on mute.
Oh, how you doing, Jim?
Good. How are you doing?
All right, all right. I have a question. Does someone who qualifies for 245I as a derivative beneficiary who is undocumented get an employment-based visa, even if the original petition was a family-based?
Boy, okay. So here's the deal, Andy, my friend. Here is the deal. I said it sort of half-assed yesterday. I'll say it today. I'm going to do a whole deep dive on 245I. I will add that to my list of questions. I might do a whole 15-minute segment on one of these upcoming shows on 245I. I don't know the answer to your question, but I will find out, okay?
Okay.
I'm writing it down right now. So I'd say give me like a week.
Yeah.
Let's say next Friday I'll do a thing on 245I, okay?
Okay.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
See you next week. Yep. All right. Oh, let's see what Ken has to say. Hi, Ken.
Okay, I'm on mute. Hey, Jim.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Let me give you a background of my case, and then I'll go straight to the question. So, as a lawful permanent resident, I filed for my spouse and for my derivative daughter. Like, I filed one form for my spouse and my child.
Yep.
It got approved in the same year in 2019 and got sent to NVC.
Yep.
But then the pandemic events started to happen.
And Trump's ban on spouses of green card holders.
Yes, all those sorts of things happened, but it was already approved. Now, fast forward to last year, 2021, it got approved by NVC. Everything was documentally qualified and sent to the embassy. Now, the same year, November last year, I naturalized and became a U.S. citizen. So now, and then December, they got called to the embassy to do, they got a notice from the embassy to do their medicals. They did their medicals, and we haven't heard back since then. So I'm wondering, should I go ahead and upgrade my I-130?
Well, so here's the question. This is the question I thought you were going to ask. And the question I thought you were going to ask is, now that I became a U.S. citizen, do I have to file a new I-130 for my daughter? Because now she's no longer...
your daughter... did that.
Huh?
I did that as soon as I became a citizen.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
I did that. And that was back in November. So it's still waiting. Nothing has happened yet on it. Yep.
So when you say upgrade, what exactly do you mean? Do you mean contact them and let them know that you're a U.S. citizen?
Yeah, because it's still F2A.
Yeah,
So
I would notify them. Yeah, what embassy is it?
Yeah, it's in Nairobi, Kenya.
Yeah, I would notify them for sure.
All right. So the reason I was hesitant at first is if I go ahead and upgrade the petition from F2A to immediate relative, that would drop my daughter. So I was kind of holding back.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing to be worried about. I probably want to check on that a little bit, Ken. I haven't had that happen myself that I can think of. I know that generally you can elect to be treated as a green card holder for purposes of sponsoring your adult children, but I don't know if that works in the I-130 context. So I would want to check that before I told you for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of a confusing thing because I think that's what holding us from going to the interview. And I'm kind of in a tight spot. I don't want to submit my certificate yet.
Yeah.
If I do, that will drop my daughter. So I'm kind of holding in there.
What's the status? So the one that you filed in November, that's just pending with USCIS?
Yes.
I will check with Andrew and I will report back on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll look for your money.
Thanks, Ken.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.
Everyone's giving me a lot of homework to do. I got a lot of homework to do, but these are good questions that I need to know the answer to. You think an immigration lawyer would know the answer to these questions for daughter? Okay. Couple things. One is, don't forget that you can get our free list of marital evidence if you go to hackinglawpractice.com/marital evidence. So if you're working on an I-130 here or away, or if you're working on an I-751, or if you've applied for citizenship and you're applying under the 3-year rule, always good to have some more marital evidence. So that's a place where you can download that for free. If you can do us a favor and leave us a review hackinglaw.com. It's always good to get those going. Here's our contact information. I'm just scrolling through all of our trailers on the bottom, and then Nor would tell me to make sure to remind you that we are on TikTok. We're trying to grow our TikTok base, and we're up to about 160 subscribers or friends or viewers or whatever. Followers, I guess that's what it is. And we will be putting more content on to TikTok. So thanks everybody for that. All right, let's see what Jill has to say. Hi, Jill.
Hi, James. Thank you for bringing me in here.
Sure.
And I have a quick question.
Go for it.
I have my naturalization or my citizenship interview next week.
Ooh.
And I live in North Dakota. And sorry, I used to live in North Dakota, but now I live in Minnesota.
Yep.
I still carried North Dakota ID. And for me to get a Minnesota ID, they said I have to write the new knowledge test, then pass a driving test again. So it's kind of like a little bit stressful for me. So my question is that can I go to my interview and show my North Dakota ID?
Well, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
When did you file your N-400?
Last year, August.
August 2021.
Yeah.
And when you filed in August 2021, were you living in Minnesota or were you living in North Dakota?
I was living in Minnesota.
And how long had you been living in Minnesota?
About a year now.
No, but before you filed, how long had you lived there? Because there's a rule you have to be there at least 90 days before you file.
Oh, I started living in Minnesota in March of last year.
So we're okay there. Now, what proof? It's technically okay for you to go with the North Dakota driver's license. I would encourage you to at least go get a state ID before your interview. Even if you don't get a driver's license, get a state ID. But it's okay if you have other evidence proving when you moved. But if you don't have evidence proving when you moved in March, they might give you trouble on that 90-day rule. So you want to bring other documentation that shows where you were living, right?
Okay.
And then so there's that. and then I would try to get a state ID before you go to your interview.
Yeah, okay, thank you for that. But Minnesota has one thing, if I apply for state ID right now, I'm gonna lose my driving privileges until I got a Minnesota driver license back. And Minnesota will give you a a printed paper before your real ID comes into the mail, which takes about 4 or 5 weeks.
That's why you should have done it 2 months ago, but today's better.
Yeah, okay. So you suggest the ID, right?
And get all other kinds of evidence showing that you live there in March, right?
Okay, yeah.
So like your lease and whatever other evidence, if you got utilities in your name and all that stuff, okay?
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Good luck with your interview.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Jazakumullah.
Bye, Jill. See you, buddy. All right. Somebody asked a question that I thought was interesting. Meaning of priority day, sir. Your priority date is basically your place in line. So when you receive an application, it should have a priority date assigned to it. You have your priority date assigned to it, and you that's your place in line. So if you're in a non-immediate relative situation, so like if you're the spouse of a green card holder or something else, you're in one of the F categories, then you are assigned a place in line. And so if your priority date, let's say, is January 16th, 2016, then people who filed on January 1st, 2016 are in line ahead of you. So it's actually literally your place in line. So priority date's really important. You need it when you're talking about your visa bulletin, when you're talking about your eligibility to, or when they're going to process your case, when you're looking at processing times. Priority date, it'll be on your original receipt, and it'll be something that most immigrants spend a lot of time thinking about. All right. Let's turn off that comment. Let's talk to Zed. Hi, Zed.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. So, yeah, I talked to you maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I sent you my documentation.
Okay. I think I emailed you back.
Yes. So, I think you say I have to apply for I-130.
Okay. I don't remember anything, Zed. I talk to 40 people a day. I don't remember anything.
Yeah. So yeah, this is my question.
What's the question?
So the question is, I sent you the documentation so I can know what I can do now.
Yeah, I'm sure I told you whatever I told you in the email is what you should do. I don't remember what I said to somebody yesterday, much less 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so I will send you back.
No, don't send me back. Just read what I told you. Whatever I told you, do that.
Okay.
All right. Bye. I don't know what that's all about. All right. Let's say hi to you. Hi, you.
Hey, hi, Jim.
How you doing?
I'm good. I called you some time back in last year. I know you wouldn't remember, but it was around August. So you gave me, maybe when I tell you about the analogy you gave me, you could remember. You told me about a ship moving this direction, and it's now moving towards the other direction. You remember? You and Daniel?
That means you have a case where it's an I-130 where they thought they were going overseas and now they're going here, or they thought they were going here and now they're going overseas.
No. It's an asylum case I have.
Asylum. Okay.
Yeah. So you were talking about the process being mobbled up during Trump's time, and they're trying to turn it up.
Oh yeah,
that was in August.
That's another ship. Right. Okay. So what's the question?
So now the question is, I'm still waiting, and I filed the asylum with my wife and 2 kids, but we now have we got 3 kids now. We have a U.S. She was born here, and the other 2 we came together from Africa here. So and we've been waiting since 2017. So I don't know what we need to do now.
Well, so here's what I'm telling you.
The last time we spoke, you were saying
I gotcha.
Maybe okay.
Yeah. So what I told you back then was and about the ship turning is that, the Trump team really put a lot of crappy things in on asylum, and I didn't like them, and I wasn't suing for delays on asylum cases. What we're doing now in the service that we're offering is we're offering to review people's asylum cases and look them over to tell you whether or not we think whether they are strong or weak, whether we think we can help them or not and make them stronger. And then if people want to hire us to make them stronger, we can make them stronger and then sue them and tell them and try to be so that we're ready with updated information about your case. Because once we file that lawsuit, you're going to get that interview pretty quickly, probably in 2 or 3 weeks on the asylum side. And so that's what we're saying now is, I didn't file your asylum case. I don't know if a lawyer filed it. I don't know if you filed it on your own. I don't know if a lawyer did file it, if they knew what they're doing. So in order to make it better, we're saying, send us your asylum case. We'll look it over. We'll tell you what it needs. And then if you want to hire us, we'll make it better and we'll file a lawsuit to get it moving. That because we want to put you in the best position to win.
Oh, okay. So how do I do that? Do that through your email or what?
Yeah, just email Daniel. Or if you have my email, just email it back to me, and then we'll have them look it over whether or not we think there's a case and whether we think we can make it better and whether or not we think you should sue them.
Okay. Is it the same email I've been seeing on the crossbar on the side? Okay.
Yeah, info at.
Okay, and do I need to attach any statement like I spoke to you or something?
Yeah. Definitely explain it. Otherwise, because we get tons of emails, so it'll just get lost.
Okay, so it's my second call. All right, I'll do that.
All right, you.
I'm sorry. I don't. Is there any fees before then, or is it actually?
No. I'll look it over for you. Nope. We'll look it over.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
See you, brother.
All right.
Okay. Housy's in the house. What's up, Housy?
G'day, Jim. How you going?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just thought I'd wear a hat. Everyone seems to be wearing some goofy hats these days. So
I like your hat.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's hot over here.
It's summertime, right?
Yeah, it's summer. Yeah, it's been like 115 for like the last 10 days or something. Yeah.
Are you guys still under strict quarantine?
Yes, very much so. Yep.
Yeah. Well, what's up?
Look, I just jumped on because I figured there wasn't much people in the chat today. I watched, obviously you see me now and again in the show, but for my situation or for a hypothetical situation, is the best thing for me, am I able to have a consultation or to have an email exchange to get a better understanding of exactly what I wanted?
Yeah, just email me.
Yeah? Well, I don't know. I haven't seen that. I didn't think you'd do that sort of stuff, but I'm happy to pay and have a fee, whatever it is.
You're a good guy, and you're one of our show sidekicks. So yeah. Well, I'll let you know. You just send me a hypothetical, and I'll let you know what I think.
Okay, cool. Just basically a timeline of
just make sure I know. Just make sure I know it's Housy.
Yeah, you will. All right. No worries at all.
All right, buddy.
See you, mate.
See you, brother. That's our friend Housy. Always glad to see him. He always makes me laugh. He didn't bust on me for the Jets this time, but I'm sure he will next time. Vikry's here. Hi, Vikry. Oh, is he locked? Hi, Vikry.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you, brother?
Hi, Jim. How are you doing? Good. Thank you so much. I love your show, and it is very interesting, and it is it gives us a very good and perfect guidelines, and it is a great help. So my question here is, I have applied for citizenship and filled the N400 for me and my family since July 20. And we made biometric on September in the same year, September 20, and till now we are waiting for the interview. Is it normal to wait like about 18 months till now? Is it normal
for citizenship? For citizenship?
Yeah, for citizenship here in San Diego.
18 months, San Diego. How did you get your green card? Through asylum or refugee or some other way?
I asked through refugees, U.S. ramp program.
Yeah. So in my experience, when people come that way, their citizenship cases take longer. Did you actually have an interview on your green card, or did you get your green card without an interview?
Actually, I got it without interview. At that time, there was no interview. Just we got them.
Right, which means that in theory, USCIS has never interviewed you, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's why I think your case is taking longer. And 18 months is a long time. San Diego's not that busy. 18 months is more like San Francisco time or LA time. So you probably need to sue them, and you might wait a month or two, but then if you keep waiting, I'd sue them.
Okay, so I'm going to wait for another couple of months and see what's going on.
That sounds good.
Okay, Jim, thank you so much again.
Bye, Vikry. See you, buddy. All right, that was Vikry calling from San Diego. He's been waiting 18 months for his citizenship. Seems a little long for me. Kenzie's waving at me. I guess Kenzie wants to come on.
Hey, Dejim, how you doing, man?
Good.
Hey, man. Hey, I have this situation here. I'm married to my wife, but I currently am in. I have a master hearing, and in the asylum court, I had went to the interview. I got denied, and then they sent me to the courts to do a master hearing. I'm there now, but I'm married to my wife now. But I'm looking to see the best way to move forward with it. We didn't get married too long ago. I just looking for, is there a time that I should wait before I file my I-130, and also because I had came in without inspection, it's like what's the best way to go forward? But then also, I have applied for TPS for Haiti, and I'm still waiting on that. They sent me the biometrics. They say it's still being processed, and I haven't gotten anything back from them as in like work authorization or any of that. So what's the best way moving forward, knowing that I could file I-130, but also have the TPS that is being processed. What's the best way to move forward as my work authorization for my asylum has expired.
When did you get married?
I got married last month.
And when did they start deportation proceedings against you?
They sent me to the courts. Well, I haven't had the master hearing yet since 2020.
Okay, so a couple of things you need to know. Number one, you should file that I-130 right away. That's the key to the whole thing, right? So you need to get the I-130 on file. So you should, you have to file the I-130 all by itself. You file a standalone I-130. Your spouse is a U.S. citizen?
Yeah, she's a U.S. citizen. But the other thing is that I have a master hearing in 2023 in August next year.
I know. I'm going to walk you through what you're going to do. Are you ready? Here's the timeline. You file the I-130. You should do it with a lawyer. You should not do it by yourself, because if you get married while you're in removal proceedings, they assume that you got married just to save your butt from getting deported. So you need to prove to them by higher standard, clear and convincing evidence that this is a real marriage. So number one, you have to get the I-130 approved, and your case is going to be harder because you're in deportation. Number two, you get that I-130 approved, then you take it to the court and you say, hey, court, why don't you terminate proceedings and let me get my green card outside of immigration court, and I can do it at USCIS and file a motion to terminate. If the judge grants the motion to terminate, then you can do you do the waiver, and then you have to do consular processing. So you got a lot of things to do that you're probably not going to be able to pull off without an attorney.
Okay, so
here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. A lot of people who call this show, they don't have a path. You have a path to stay. It's a very hard path, and you have to do everything right. And if you try to do this on your own, you're going to screw it up and probably end up getting deported.
Okay. So your best advice is as soon as possible, file the I-130 with a lawyer with all the evidence in a package all together and get it in there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So what's the time? Like I'm in Miami. What's the time?
Probably a year and a half. But if you have it on file and you have that first master calendar, there's things we can do. We want to get USCIS to move quickly on the I-130, and then we want the immigration court to go slowly. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. So they've already been pushing it back because of Corona. They pushed it back twice so far because of Corona. So right now, it's in 2023. So I'm hoping that the timeline isn't too much. If I file a 130 for them to approve it, if I send everything together in one package to show them, hey, this is my wife. This is all my evidence. How can we do it? And I was wondering because I was issued TPS. I have applied for TPS for Haiti. Like it's because it's not safe to travel there. Is there any way that I can do the interview here in the U.S. instead?
No, but you have a lot. No, but you might be able to do it somewhere other than Haiti, and you have a lot of things going on before then. You just need to do the next right thing. The next right thing is file the I-130, get all your marital evidence, prove that it's a real marriage, prove that it's not just for immigration, meet that higher standard of clear and convincing, and then you go on to the next step.
All right, perfect. So I'll try to see how I can contact with the lawyer or get together with you through your website.
Yeah, for sure.
And see how I can get that started.
We can totally help. This is like one of my favorite things to do. I love to do I applied for asylum. I married a U.S. citizen. I got sent to immigration court. That's a little bit complicated, and we love working on those. We've done a bunch of those, so we'd be happy to help.
All right. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Bye, Kenzie. See you, buddy. All right. We're going to close out the show with a very special guest. Here she is, the one and only, the Nornator.
Hi, everyone.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Do you have a special message for our viewers?
Everyone, follow TikTok, okay? We need to get those followers. You guys are doing great.
What are we up to?
Like 160.
Nor didn't like the one I made yesterday about marijuana. And
no drugs, kids.
No one's watched it. So there we go. So we're going to go. I have to take her to physical therapy. I will be back on Sunday. Time to be announced probably sometime. Do you have a basketball game on Sunday? Probably sometime in the afternoon on Sunday. I will let you all know, but we will see you soon. Housey says he's trying to get Nor that $1,000, but it's not going to be that much unless you want to chip in, Housey. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time on Sunday. Peace.